A year ago, three massive and devastating hurricanes attacked Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico. The winds, rains, and flooding overwhelmed systems that could handle normal weather. The storms wrecked tens of thousands of homes while sending millions of people fleeing to relative safety. The nightmarish scenes chronicled the human cost as well as the extensive property damage, reminding us that nature is not impressed with our puny efforts to hold it back. As soon as the storms passed, an army of government and volunteer groups formed their own flood of relief, aggressively seeking victims and laboring to provide urgently needed aid. In a large number of communities, the Salvation Army was already a near neighbor, placed strategically close at hand to offer comfort and support. We are grateful for the government and private agencies that sought to alleviate suffering. It was far too much for one agency to handle, even one as big as the Salvation Army. But here we are a year later. In Puerto Rico, only recently has power been restored to all the island. In many communities, it looks like the storm hit a couple of days ago. Many families and businesses in Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico are struggling to recover. For far too many, the storms of last year were a turning point in the wrong direction. A multitude of dreams and plans were swept away in murky floodwaters or blown away in the tempest. The Salvation Army is still working with these victims in Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico, understanding that the missions of many agencies do not allow them to stay past a certain point. The Army realizes the need does not disappear when headlines are filled with other news. We remain behind to dry the tear, share a prayer, write a voucher, or find a solution. Though the storm may have blown over, it isn't over yet. We thank our officers, soldiers, employees, and volunteers who mobilized and stuck around. May God bless you for your compassion and for your work.